Good morning, everybody. This is Nate over at Bullion RV in Duluth, Minnesota. Got another video outside for you today, right before it rains, on a brand new 25 Grand Design Transcend 26RBX. This floor plan is super cool, super unique, and I really like what they've done with it. So we're gonna show you some features on the outside, get you on the inside. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Stats are gonna pop up at the beginning of the video, so feel free to pause and get a little bit more information, but let's get started. So you're gonna have your power tongue jack. Behind that is gonna be two 20-pound propane tanks, and behind that is gonna be the spot for the battery. The battery is installed and propane is filled for free at the time of purchase. Getting a side view here. So this does have just the one slide here, and apologies in advance. You might hear our front end loader coming down the way any second now, but bear with me. So, coming on in, actually that was an auto light, so if you're approaching this at night, need to grab something quick, that light will come on for you. Large amount of pass-through storage, and you do have a pull-out table there for making camping a little bit more fun with friends and family. Satellite and cable connection, solar disconnect. Everything you're gonna need is gonna be right here. Coming on down, like I said, we got the slide here. Gray and black tanks are going to be right there. And to the right of that, we'll have our manual jacks. 30 amp service. Jumping around to the back, so I'm kind of at the fence here. So you do have ladder prep to get up on your roof and clean off the slide. Off to the right of that, you'll have your backup camera prep, so you can pop a camera in there and just make parking this Transcend a lot easier. Nice, easily accessible spare tire. Give that a slap, shimmy on through the fence. We'll have our furnace and hot water heater on this side, but just getting another overview of the other side of it here. Large power awning with LED light strip down below. I don't have the awning out right now just because it's about to downpour, but that is a power awning. Super nice to have JBL sound system to bump your tunes. Then we'll have our cable attachments here. Coming on down, again, like I said, this is a 26RBX. And then just a little bit of information on the door. Feel free to pause and get a little bit more information. Then we're looking at the other side of the pass-through storage now. Better look at that table too. So nice that they're starting to come with these. Like I said, making hanging out with friends and family a lot easier. Coming on in. Right before I step in, you got a leash latch for the pet friends. And then jumping on in here. So with one slide, I mean, this is pretty large. So just kind of doing a real quick overview of this layout. I just think this is super cool, super unique. Love the color. So I'm just gonna kind of start my way again from, like in my previous video, I'm gonna kind of start my way from the back, work up to the front of the unit here. So walking into the bathroom, I mean, this is a pretty large bathroom, large amount of counter space, tons of storage down below. A little bit more storage on the inside there. Some storage there. It's kind of like the funhouse effect. Then we got a spot for some towels right there or something smaller. Toilet, a little bit more storage there for towels, washcloths, you name it. And then again, a larger shower. So I'm 6'1", so I could fit in here just fine. Don't mind my crazy tall hair. That's not touching the skylight, so we got plenty of room in there, but really large bathroom. And then coming back out, so now I'm kind of jumping into like the living quarters of everything. So we'll have our recliners. These are going to be our power recliners here, but it looks like I don't have enough juice right now, but these are your power recliners. So if I'm sitting down, those are really comfortable. Right across from me is where that TV is going to be mounted. So again, you can just recline, relax. Everybody's close and having a good time. Plenty of storage right below that TV. Hookups are going to be right there. There's that JBL connection that I was mentioning on the outside, JBL sound system. Here's where you're going to power it on, connect via Bluetooth. And then more storage there. So moving on ahead, or actually moving up above the recliners, because you'll have plenty of storage up above your head. Speaking above my head, the smoke detector is right up above my head. My hair's not touching it. The AC is going to be right down the way. But moving on forward here, kind of jumping into the kitchen area here, so you'll have a large pantry. Plenty of space for goodies. This is that slide too, and that's out all the way. Behind those recliners, you'll have a GFCI outlet. There's a lot of versatility in here, device charging, a lot of capability. Large dinette here, so you can comfortably fit, 4 people here, and this does turn down into a bed for additional sleeping. Large amount of windows. I was going to point that way, but that's where the pantry, so don't mind my waving hand. Large amount of windows on this side here. Again, still letting in that natural light, letting in some fresh air, so if you don't want to use the AC, you got a lot of cross breeze coming through. We'll get a look at the microwave. Good amount of counter space here. 3-burner cooktop there, with that GFCI outlet sitting there. Got some storage. And then what's really cool is the hidden pet dish. So if you do bring the pets with you, that's really cool that they're doing that. And then just working my way up, kind of looking at the freezer area here, push that back. Good amount of space. Getting a look at that fridge here too. Jumping on over, so this is where your kitchen sink's going to be. So again, a lot of counter space, large sink. Good amount of space for cups and bowls, plates. And then right up above me is the JBL for the inside too, so you can really crank some tunes. And then right up above, you'll have your paper towel holder. So they're really thinking of everything on this one. Little storage drawer there. A little bit of storage in there. Garbage can and some additional storage. And then a little bit more storage with your Grand Design Owner's Manual. Everything you need to know will be in there. And then moving on forward. So everything that you'll need for your slide and your awning is going to be right here. Also monitoring your tanks, some lights. Everything's going to be easily accessible the moment you walk into or out of the bedroom. So hooks for coats. We'll have our window right here. Got some storage. And then you can kind of see it, but you'll have device charging outlets, and then you'll actually have deeper pockets on both sides there for CPAP machine or anything else that you want to put back there. There's some good storage up above. Quite a bit down below, underneath the bed. And there's our power cord. And then this is assisted, so it'll easily come up and down. Open that up so you can see our exit window. TV backer location is going to be right there. And then we'll just get a look at some of that wardrobe storage there. So a little bit smaller of a bedroom on this one, but still jam-packed with features, a lot of versatility. So just doing one final overview of everything here too. I mean, I just think that this is a super nice floor plan. Again, one slide, but it feels like, to me, it feels like it has opposing slides really, putting out the room here, or pulling out the room. But I just like the way this is laid out. I think it's perfect. So wanted to get this video out right away. My name's Nate over at Bullion RV in Duluth, Minnesota. All of my information is going to be in the description box down below. Feel free to call me, text me, email me. I'm happy to set up an appointment with anybody who's watching, and we'll take a look at this amazing floor plan in person. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next one.